Yo, what is up guys? Today we're back with another video, and if you've seen the millionth video on your feed and timeline of Christian YouTubers covering the Dante Bowe and Maverick City situation and just people closely watching it, I mean, this is no exception. This is just gonna be the 1 millionth in one video covering it, really just because of how this all came about. And when this all came about, I mean, a lot of people were confused. I was confused myself just because of a lot of stories that were popping out, a lot of allegations, and nobody could really separate the truth from just the rumors and everything like that, and really of how this all came about and how this all led to Maverick City pausing their relationship with Dante Bowe. For instance, his comment at the Grammys, where in literally the first 30 seconds of this clip, a reporter's asking him who he's looking forward to see perform tonight, and he basically said that he was looking forward to see Lil Nas X perform. And so there was a lot of uproar about that for a few weeks, not really much else, and so it would die on later on. And then sometime down along the side, there were news in which Dante allegedly posted that were leaks. And I don't know if it's true or not, you know, I'm not gonna verify it. As A, I'd definitely rather not show you guys, even if I did have the proof to verify it. And B, whether if it's true or not, the point is that this was also another story that was thrown into just the mounting allegations and just accusations of what was going on at the time. So there was that as well. And then lastly, the clip, which I guess broke the internet and had everybody talking in Christian spaces, was the video of Dante singing along to Bad Bunny at like a party or something like that. And this had a lot of people talking. This broke out a lot of heated arguments, whether if listening to Bad Bunny is okay or not, should we show Dante grace or not. Bigger YouTubers like Marcus Rogers and Ruslan going over, I guess, what ensued, I guess, as like a 2 or 3 day just back and forth, which resulted in like a 2-hour-long live stream, just talking about the situation. And I mean, at this point, Dante's blocked off his entire comment section, so you can't pretty much comment at all at this point. And so at this point, we can pretty much tell that this is a pretty heavy situation. And it's definitely something that's not being taken lightly. And I mean, my whole take on this situation, really, with the Lil Nas X clip and the Bad Bunny clip, I mean, when I was following this situation, personally, I saw a bit of Dante in myself, in the sense of, I think one issue that I would have was not only discerning for myself what was good and what was not good, but also somewhat feeling like I had to walk on eggshells in terms of whatever I posted on my feed for people, and somewhat feeling a sense of restriction in terms of what I was and wasn't able to post, with not really wanting just, you know, people around my circle, just like my Christian circle, whether it was like friends or family, peers, or just anyone calling me out or just being offended at a video or meme that they might not agree with. But the point is that I do see a bit of myself in him, you know, when I was younger, when it comes to struggling in discernment to put out certain things. And I mean, like, even if it's on a micro scale and he's got like this giant platform, the point is, I'm pretty sure even you guys watching too, you see a little bit of yourselves in him when you were younger, just learning how to mature as a Christian, as you're learning how to filter out what you consume and what you're putting out on social media. Though, just as a quick side note, I mean, that Lil Nas X clip, I mean, personally, if a reporter asked me who I wanted to see perform tonight out of any mainstream artist to choose from, I mean, I wouldn't have said Lil Nas X. I mean, if you know what he's about and all that lifestyle, I mean, if you know, you know. Personally, I wouldn't have said that I'm excited to see Lil Nas X perform. I probably would have said something like Lil Baby, but there's something stupid like that. But the point is, having a platform that big, you got to be a lot more wiser and just you got to move a lot more careful. Also, there's been this giant division in the Christian community, whether Maverick City's decision to just, you know, pull the plug and put him on pause was a good decision, or if it was just, you know, coming down too harsh, too legalistic or something like that. And I mean, to be honest, I kind of thought at first that maybe it's just a little bit just doing too much, a little bit too harsh, just because, especially in Christian music, I mean, if you guys follow Christian hip hop, you know how big of an eye people have with what you post and how you're being viewed and everything like that. The optics do really matter. So, you know, the Christian music industry scene is not like any other mainstream scene or anything like that. You really do have to watch what you say. And so a part of me at first thought that it really wasn't a big deal. But to be honest, my opinion later swayed on, just because you gotta realize that Maverick City is not just operating from a Christian perspective, But I mean, they're also, I guess at this point, I mean, there's a business side to it as well. What one person does in a collective of artists, because they are just more than one artist, will affect the rest of the group. And to be honest, I would say it's really not fair to the rest of the group just because of how they're viewed. You are carrying a Christian brand, you are moving as a Christian brand, and so that's what's being advertised to people who follow you guys. So Maverick City's decision to do it, I mean, it's definitely fair just because Maverick City is not just Dante Bowe. And as much as you've seen a lot of people talked about Dante Bowe and Maverick City, I mean, there's more than one person in Maverick City, so it's not fair if one person's actions might reflect other people's actions. So there is that to consider as well. And obviously, just from a Christian perspective, I mean, it is tough being under that spotlight. Not just with a Christian platform, but really a platform in general, especially a huge one at that. So people are gonna follow every part of your life that you put out there. And maybe there might be some situations that might be out of Dante's control, where he might be in an atmosphere where he's not the one controlling the music and he's just having a good time and he's just, I don't know, posting something with his friends or family. You know, it is what it is. That part can't be controlled. Though at the same time, you do have to move diligently with just what you put out there. And I hope this isn't a situation where Dante pushes away from just his own faith or just the community of believers around him, even if there might be times where he might have to think twice about what he's about to post, whether he thinks he's in the right or wrong, and everything in between. One thing I am glad about this situation though is that people are praying for him, and it's not like people are out here trying to shun him. You know, there aren't any extremes of people talking about just cutting off Dante Bowe completely and just kicking this guy out for good. I'm glad this is a situation where he can kind of like slow down and think about what he's gonna do, because having that platform, it's definitely not easy, but you definitely want to think about how you're moving and carrying yourself in this space. So I hope Dante comes back, and I hope everything goes well, and you know, I'm praying for him and all that. So yeah. But what do you guys think of this situation? What do you make of it? And also, I mean, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I've never actually listened to Maverick music. I've never actually at all had a taste for like worship collectives or anything like that. I used to listen to like some Hillsong or Elevation back in the day, but I'm trying to get back into it more, man, after this situation. I'm not gonna lie. You know, if you're watching this video and you made it to this point, if you listen to Maverick City or just any worship collective, I mean, you know, put me on, guys, in the comments. I want to know what you guys listen to as well and all that. But have a good day, guys. Take care, stay blessed, and we'll see you next video.